So today we'll be seeing get next work feature. Okay, because I saw in comment sections that many people were asking that can we get a video on get next work feature. So this is one of the important feature, okay, in pega. Okay, so let's first understand what is get next work and then how it works, and then also we'll see some implementation. Okay, so the first, what is get next work? So get next work is, let's say that you have a pool of work. Okay, uh, it'll say belongs to a team. Okay, uh, okay, and then you have, like, usually we see in organizations, okay, that we have a mailbox. Okay, and like a DL. Okay, in that DL, if you're receiving an email, okay, so that, like, in DL, in that DL, if you, like, 5 members are there, like you are there and your colleagues are there, then some, if some work is coming, then who will pick that work? Okay, so then who will pick the work, how it will decide, okay, that who can pick the work, okay, and what work should be picked first. Okay, so this is the two things. Okay, so two, so what is the one option is that who can, like, which, who can pick what work. Okay, how we can decide. Okay, so this is little difficult. Okay, what happens, so there is a two way to pick. One is that apply some logic, okay, and then get a work. Okay, so this is one way. The second logic is that go and cherry pick the one of the work. Okay, so let's say you have that mailbox. Okay, in that mailbox, what you can do, you can go and click on that mailbox. Okay, and then you can see that which one is easier, or which one is the tougher, or which one is that, like, the highest priority. You can pick that work, so that we called as a cherry picking. Okay, the next one is the second, or the first one is that, like, apply some logic. Okay, and then apply some logic, and then let's say you have a button, okay, which will say get next work. Okay, on click of button, then that logic will apply in the backend and then give you the work, okay, or the email on which you have to work first. Okay, so same thing applies here. So in pega, when we do a routing to a work queue, okay, or the work basket, so again, what is work basket? So work basket is like kind of a queue where many work will come and sit. Okay, and then users, okay, who belongs to the applications, they will click get next work. Okay, or they can cherry pick also, as I'm saying that you can click on that mailbox and pick. Here also we can give an options to go and click on that work basket, see the work, and then pick. Okay, but usually we should avoid that cherry picking one, because what will happen if you give an options for cherry picking one, what people will do, okay, if let's say if I'm going and cherry picking, then I'll just pick that easier one. Okay, that is where this feature pega has given. Okay, and what, how this feature works is that it applies that, okay, which case has the highest priority, okay, which was created before. Okay, so the, and then also we can, like, so the pega works like mostly on the priority, but we can also apply few more logics, okay, our business logic, okay, that which can be the highest priority. Let's say that you are, like, raising a request for money transfer. Okay, and so you raised for $50. Okay, and you created yesterday only, but I created a request today, I raised a request today with $5,000. Okay, then definitely my case, okay, my transactions will be highest priority for the customer, okay, or for the company. Okay, so here the amount is a critical part, so based on the amount also you can apply the priority. Okay, so that's how we do. Now let's review this feature. Okay, let's see this how it works here in pega. So but before going to that, okay, let's see that flow. Okay, what I have already configured, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing first is that we have, like, I have already created a leave applications where I have, like, initially I'm routing the case to a manager. Okay, so if you see, like, in first, like, this is a leave, so this is a leave applications where employee will enter the leave details, and then it will send to manager for approval. So here I'm sending to manager 1. Okay, manager. 1 second. So I've already created a operator ID. So in organizations, operator will find when, then I've created a manager, so I'll just keep that name here. Okay, so let me go and keep that manager. So somehow that is not coming. Let me close and then Yeah, so it came manager one. So currently what is happening when I'm creating a case, it is directly going to manager. Okay, so if any case is going to a single person, that get next work doesn't mean, okay, doesn't make sense much. Okay, because it's going to a one person queue. But there also we can use it. So let's say, okay, in a particular day you receive 10 work. Okay, but for you only, which one is the highest priority? Okay, so in that case the get next work will play a good role. Okay, so let's say if you're routing to a manager only, I'll create two requests, and then I'll route to that manager work list. So here you can see that I'm routing to manager work list. Okay, and then I'll click a get next work. Okay, but before that, okay, if I see the Cosmos portal, by default the get next work is nowhere there in the portal. So the first thing first is what we'll do, we'll add that get next work button here. So what I'll do, I'll navigate it, I'll open these sections using live UI and then add a get next work button. So how we can add a get next work button is that we have an action, okay, out of the box actions called get next. So we'll add a button, and on actions of that button, on click actions of the button, we'll add get next. So what I'll do, I'll just save as these sections in my application rule set. And then I'll add a button here and say action button, and then I can configure this button. So label I can give get next. And on action, as I was saying, okay, we can on click, we can add a get next work action. So in event we'll say click, and actions, we'll see all actions, and then we'll find somewhere get next work. So here, where is that? See here in create work we have get next work. So basically what happens when we configure this one, pega in the backend, pega calls activity called get next work. Okay, so the activity name is get next work. So that is the first things here. So we'll keep comparing that our this flow also, because this flow is very important. So when we configure that get next work, okay, so behind that scenes pega calls this do UI actions, and from that do UI actions pega calls that get next work. So we are here till this point, we are here that yes, I mean like actor is not creating like clicking, but we are trying to configure first. So what we did, we added a button, and on that button we configure activity called get next work. So basically on click of that button, get next work activity will get called. Okay, so now if I'll come to the portal and refresh, we'll see the get next work. So if I, okay, now I have already created a1, so I'll for now just resolve this case. Okay, so that will see from the beginning fresh. Okay, so we don't have any case. Now I'll create a case, and then I'll route it to manager one. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll log in with manager one as well. Okay, incognito window. Okay, so now I have logged it. So there is no case. So if I do a get next work, we'll see nothing will come to this user. So see, there are currently no assignment available for you to work on. Please try again later. So let's say early in the morning you're logging, there is no work. Now I'll create a work. Okay, so let's say if some employee, okay, so let's say I am the employee, I'll raise a leave request. So I'll create a case, and then I'll just fill the details, some details, and then create a request. So now I created this request. This request went to manager. Okay, how we can see that? Okay, okay, manager work list. So we can see that assigned as work list instances. So these are very important. So if any case is routing to work list, we can see in this assigned as work list instances. So we can see that work to A2 went to manager 1. Okay, so if I go to that manager 1 work list, if I refresh here, so refresh button is not there, so I'll just refresh the browser. We can see A2 is there. Let me create another case. Let's say another associate also created a leave request. Okay, so I'll create another leave request. This time I'll select sick. Okay, and some date and create. So now if I come again to this manager queue, we have a two case. Okay, so this is in work list only. Now two options manager have. Okay, so manager either can click one of them and work on any of the case. Okay, so this is one way. Okay, so this is called cherry picking. That okay, you are seeing that work list and you are cherry picking that. Another way is click this button and this button will give you the most urgent work from that list, from those lists. So here we have only two. So that is where we don't have much problem. Okay, manager can quickly approve both the requests. Okay, but let's say you have 100 and 200 requests per day, so then you won't be able to determine. So then system can do for you. So I'll click next, get next work, and let's see which case I'm getting from A2 and A3. So I did get next work. So I got A2 because A2 was created before A3. So as of now, we are not using SLA, and the priority here you can see that for both the cases it's a 10. Okay, based using SLA, we can increase the priority. So I think I have already created a video on SLA, so maybe you can watch that video, and based on that SLA urgency, we like that play a good role in the get next work. So here what I'll do, now I'll approve this request. Okay, now again I can go. Now there is only one case left, so either I can do a get next work or I can cherry pick, it doesn't matter. So I just did a get next work and then approved it. So now both the task I have finished it. So if I do a get next work, there is no work. Okay, so fine, done. So this is how the first way is, that work list to work list. Okay, so let's come back to our image here. So we are doing get next work here, and then from the get next work, pega calls another activity, get next work object or work object. Okay, so this is like a chain of activity. From here you can see that okay, some logic is there. Okay, so get next work, like get from the work queues first or get from the work queues first. So now the decision is coming that from where we want to get the case first. But as of now, we just saw that we are just routing to work list. Okay, that is where this scenario is not applicable to us as of now. Now let's do one thing. Route this flow to a work basket. Okay, instead of routing to a work list. And then what we will do, we'll give an access to the manager. Okay, that he can work on that work basket. On that work basket means that if any case is assigned to that work basket, he can work on that. Okay, so let's see, we can do that here. So first what we'll do, we'll quickly create a work basket also. So here we'll select work queue and then I can say approval WB. So I'll quickly create a work basket. So from here we cannot create. Okay, sometimes we get an options but we're not getting. So what I'll do, okay, to create an work basket, where we have to go to organizations, record organizations, and then work queue. From here we'll create work queue. So I'll just give a name of approval work basket. So there is some format we can append organization's name as well, but for now I'm just skipping, and then we can keep the organization's name. So let's say go and then unit, we can select something, and then unit also we can select. Now our work basket is done. Okay, so now I've configured that. So if I select, then we should get that work basket in the drop down. Approval WB, it's not coming. So let me close and refresh the flow again. Work queue, and then approval WB, somehow it's not coming. So what I can do, I can just copy that name and paste it there. It should work. Okay, so that. Now if I'll create a request, instead of going to direct to manager's work list here, okay, it will go to that work basket. So basically here we are saying that the case will go to a DL, okay, or to a queue, okay. So let's create a request and see that. So now I'll create A4. Okay, so this time let's see that where case went. Okay, so if I come here to work list, we created A4, and if I refresh assigned as work list instances, we are not seeing any case. So now we have to check in assigned as work basket. So here we can see that A4 is there. Okay, so now here if I come here with the manager, if I do a get next work, still I'm not able to access any case. Okay, why? Because we have like routed to this approval work basket, but a manager one doesn't have access to this approval work basket. So we have to give an access to manager, okay, that he can work on any case which is assigned to this work basket. So how we can do that? So let's open that manager operator ID. So to open that again, we'll go to records and we'll open that. Now question is where we can add that work basket, okay, in operator ID. So we have to come to work tab, and in work tab we can select work queue here and we can add it. Okay, so we can see that this was that work basket we created, and threshold we'll see later. For now I just give 50. Okay, so now once I log off and log in with that manager and click a get next work, I should get the work A4. So let's see that if we're getting or not. Okay, so now what we saw that we have routed a case to a work basket, approval work basket, and we have given that approval work basket to a manager. So basically we are saying that yes, you have an access to work on any cases which is assigned to approval work basket. Okay, I'll close this one. Okay, and we can see here that yes, in assigned as work basket we have A4. Okay, and we can see here that this case has been assigned to approval work basket. If we click that, pega will show XML, and in that one the property which says that where it has been assigned is, okay, px assigned operator. So this is the property which tells that where the case is currently sitting. Okay, so we can see that it is sitting to approval work basket. Now I'll go and do a get next work with manager one. So see, I got A4. Okay, so let's come back again to our picture, okay, and see if something is okay making sense. Okay, so here it's saying get next work object and then find assignment in work basket. Okay, get from the work queues first. Okay, but we have not checked, we have not seen this about this work options, get from the work queues first or get from the work, okay, get from the work queues first or get from the work queues first. So these options we have checked or unchecked options we have not seen. Okay, so just we assigned a case and we had only one case. Okay, so there was no issue. Okay, we got the case. Now we'll see these options. Okay, so where we can see these options, get from the work queues first or do not get from the work queues first, or okay, and or we see that options here in manager, in operator ID, in work tab. So here we can see that we have the same options, get from the work queues first. So what is the meaning is that let's say you already have some work in your work list, okay, and then you have like access to a work basket as well. Okay, so the now question is, when you do a get next work, from where the system should give you or assign a case to you so that you can work on. Okay, so if I check this checkbox, if I do not check this checkbox, okay, then it will by default take from the work list, okay, first. Okay, so let me check this checkbox. Okay, get from the work queues first. Okay, so what will happen, even though if any case is assigned to you, okay, system will always first check in the work basket. Okay, if is there any case in the work basket, first that case will come to you, okay, so that you can work. So that is what here it is saying. Okay, get from the work queues first, okay, then it will check, okay, find assignment in work basket. Okay, if found, then it will go, and here we have a decision tree. So get next work criteria is a decision tree which applies few more logics, and then it will return the assignment. Okay, either it will return or no. So let's say if it is returned, fine. If not, then it will go and check, okay, in the work list. Okay, and then it will give us the cases. So let's see that. Okay, so here like if it is checked, get from the work queues first. If it is checked, then fine, it will come here and check that if is there any case. If no, then again it will go and check in the work list. So here you can see that, okay, find assignment in work basket, fine, then it will come to this path. If not, then it will come here. Okay, no assignment, then it will come here, and then it will find in work list. Okay, so let's see that this scenario. Okay, get from the work queues first. So we have checked this get from the work queues first. Okay, so just have some patience. Okay, watch carefully, then you'll able to understand, because it's little complicated. Okay, so we have checked this checkbox. Okay, let's see that. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll create a 2 case. I'll quickly create 2 case. So I created A5 and then I created A6. Okay, so currently both cases sitting in work list. Okay, sorry, work basket, approval work basket. How we can verify that? We can go and see in assigned as work basket instances. So we can see A5 and A6. Now what I'll do, from this manager, I'll do a get next work. Okay, so if I refresh, there should not be any cases. Okay, so let A4 is there, just resolve this case first. Okay, or leave that case. Okay, let it be there. So now we have A4, okay, and we have a 2 case in the work basket. Okay, so the now question is which case will come first? Okay, A4 or A5 or A6. Okay, A5 and A6 is there in the work basket, A4 is there in work list. Okay, and we have what we have configured in operator ID is that get the case first from the work basket. Okay, see here, get from the work queues first. Okay, so what system will do, system will go and first find from the work basket, and in work basket which case first we created A5. Then if I do a get next work from the manager, I should get A5. So let's see that. One second, I think I have not logged off and logged in. Okay, so let me log off and log in. After each configurations, we have to log off and log in. Okay, so see, I got A6. Okay, maybe because of the priority, but I got A6 from the work basket, not from the work list. Okay, so now I'll work on A6. Okay, now so let's come back here, okay, and see the path. So here we saw that, okay, get from the work queues first. Yes, we got a case, found, we show. Okay, system shows that case to us. Now again I'll click and then I'll get A5 this time. So I got A5, I'll resolve this as well. Okay, now even though in the operator ID it has been checked that get from the work basket first, now there is no case in the work basket. Okay, now there is no case here. So what will happen, it will follow this path, this one. No assignment, get from the work list first, find assignment in work list here, and then if found, then so, if not found, then show the message that there is no assignment. Okay, so now we already have one case, A4. So if I do a get next work, it will give me A4. See, we got A4. So this is the scenario we are covering. This is the scenario, assignment found. So now I'll work on that case as well. Now if I do a get next work, then we should not get any case, because there is no case in work list, there is no case in work basket. So this is the path, the second path. So we covered this entire path. Okay, so this path, if you see, get from the work queues first, if this is checked in this operator ID, okay, then we'll go and check in that operator. Okay, sorry, in the work basket, that is there any case available for these users? Yes, then show that case. If not, then go and find in his work list, show that case. If not, if there is no case in the work list, then just show to that operator and just show the message that there is no work for you. Okay, so this is the path we covered. Now let's see that if we have not checked this option, then what will happen. Okay, what I'll do again, I'll create a two case. One I'll keep in the work basket, okay, and one I'll keep in the manager work list. And let's see how things will work, okay. And what settings I'll change? I'll remove these options. So I'll remove these options, and as I explained, after making any changes to operator ID, we have to log off and log in. So I'll just log off and log in again with manager. Okay, now I'll create a two case, okay. One I'll keep in the work list, okay, and one I'll keep in the work basket. So I created a case, okay, and we have only one case. So if I do a get next work, we'll get that case, okay. So now we have A7, okay. Now I'll go ahead and again create one more case, A8. Okay, so the now question is, one case is there in the user work list, okay, and one case is there in user work basket, okay. So the question is which case we should get first, okay. So in the work basket we have a A8 and in the user work list we have A7. So which case should we get first, okay. So if we see this logic, okay, then what is saying that if this options is unchecked, then we should get the case first from the work list, okay. If found, then show. If not found, then if not found, then we should say no case, okay. Sorry, if found, then we have to, like, again decision tree will apply and then show the case. If not found, then it will go and check in the work basket. So see here, okay, this path. So but in this scenario, this path will first follow, okay, if found. So let's see what we'll do, okay. We have a case in the manager work list. So if I do a get next work, I should get A7 instead of A8. So I got A7. So this is the path we followed. Let's review again that yes, in the operator ID, we do not check these options, manager 1, okay. So then what happens? System first check that is there any case in the work list? Yes, work list. Yes, we got a case and then it returned. Now, next thing is that again we'll do a get next work, okay, and we have already have A8 in the work basket. Then this path will come, okay. No assignment, fine. No assignment in work list, no issues. Then check in the work basket. If assignment is there, then show that assignment. If not there, then just say not found, okay. So then again we'll do a get next work. So I'll work on this A7, I'll approve it, okay. So no case in the work list. Now if I do a get next work, I'll get A8. See, I got A8, okay. So this is this. Okay, so if you see, we covered that entire this picture, okay. So let's repeat this, okay. We have few more settings here, but maybe we'll cover like use walk use. I'll explain a little bit, but let's review this picture, okay, one more time, because otherwise this video will become too long, okay. So here what we are doing, we are clicking a get next work, okay. I'll show this rule also. On click of get next work, okay, pega calls out of the box activity get next work object, and then it checks the configurations from the operator. If get from the work use is first checked, then the first case will picked from the work basket, even though if you have any cases in your work list. Now once you are done with all cases from the work basket, then you'll get from the work list, okay. And if this options is unchecked, then first system will pick from the work list, and if all cases is done from the work list, then system will pick from the work basket. So that is what the settings we have here. Now we saw these settings, okay. This setting is not explained there. So what these settings mean is, okay, see, the moment I'll select these options, the work queue is going away, okay. So what happens? Use the work queues assignments using users team. So users team means that this is the team, okay. So every work baskets belongs to a team, okay. So if I open this work baskets which we created, so we gave a team. So if I open this one here, we gave a team default, okay. So work group is basically a team. So here we can give default @GoGo. So in this team, okay, each and every work basket will belongs to a team. So a team can have many work basket, okay. So let's say this work group have 5 work basket or work queue, okay. So what will happen if we check these options in this operator ID? Use all work queues in the assignments, use all work queue assignments in users team. So what will happen? Basically, it won't ask to enter that the list of the walk queue, what it will do, it will combine all the walk list assignments or the walk list walk, and then give you that the highest priority one when you do a get next walk. So let's say you have 5, okay, sorry, let me uncheck that, and this you have, let's say you have another work basket, and then you have another work basket, something like that. So you have, let's say 10, okay. So the and all belongs to the same walk queue. So what will happen, use all walk queues in the assignments users team, okay. So if you do that, then pega will combine them and then give you the cases, okay. So then the question is, what is this options, merge all walk queues. So if you do not check, then what will happen, pega will check first in this one, okay. So this options doesn't make sense, okay, if we check these options. But if you do not uncheck, if you uncheck this one, okay, then what will happen, that system will first check in this one. So it will check sequentially. So because any operator can have multiple work baskets, so first system will check, okay, is there any case in this work basket, fine, then so, if not, then come to this one, if not, then come to this one. But if we check these options, then we are not giving any priority to the work queue. Then what system will do, that is where we are seeing that options is getting disabled. What system will do, it will just combine all the work from those 5 work queues, okay, or what work queues, and then give you the best or the highest priority case to you, okay. So this is what this options. Skills and ratings will understand, but I think it will be too long, okay, this video. So maybe I'll explain in the next session. Let's see that rule, what I was telling about, that from the beginning we are reviewing that rule. So this is the main activity get next work, okay, and inside that we have a get next work object, okay. So here we can see that get next work object is there, okay, and then also we can see that we have an options is find assignment in work list, okay, and then find assignment in work basket, and then again we have find assignment in work list. So basically it is using the same conditions here, okay. In conditions it is checking that what options we have selected in that operator ID, okay, and that is where the flow is flowing and giving us the data. So I think that's it for today's sessions, okay, and let's try, okay, and then in the next sessions I'll cover how we can use this get next work and the routing for a skills, because a skill based, okay, because here we are simply saying that if any case is going to work basket, you have the access, but it won't be always true, because let's say in a work basket I have only access to work on something, okay, not all the things, okay. So in that case we can skilled, okay, we can give a skills that, okay, this manager can only, let's say here we have an options to give a skill, so we can give that, okay, you can only let's say if you are evaluating a paper, then you can only evaluate a paper of English, okay, even though you belongs to that queue, okay, you cannot do that, okay. So we'll see in the next sessions covered that the basic get next work, and I hope this will help you and you can try in your POC, or if you're doing a POC, or if you are working on any real-time projects, and then post the questions if you have any doubt on this one, okay, so that I can cover all those doubts and questions or query in the next sessions when I'll make a video on skill-based routing and how we can use that get next work for how we can use the skills in the get next, okay. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.